Peace and Black Power. Black Power. This is the Black Power Hour in Washington, D.C. I am your hostess. This is Boss Lady J, aka Janae Cook, Janae Earl, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late or slow. All right. Black Power to you all. I have a special guest in studio today in Washington, D.C. The one, the only, the bad man that you all know and love, Miss Minister of Defense, National Minister of Defense of the new Black Panther Party, under the leadership of who? Aaron Michaels. All right. The founder of the new Black Panther Party. This is the Minister, National Minister of Defense, Azreal LeBeau. Come on in, bro.
Peace and black power, fam. Freedom of death, black unity, black strength, black honor, black power, black sovereignty, and yes, black supremacy. I'm not afraid to say it.
That's right. Black
Not
power.
afraid to say it. In this day and time, we cannot be afraid to say it. It is what it is, and the time is now.
That's right. Absolutely. So, Brother Azreal, we got an important meeting going on here. Some restructuring going on. And we just want to just update the people and let you all know where we're coming from. We this ain't a pissing contest. This ain't a come. This is more like a come to Jesus meeting. Okay, this is what we're doing right now in with the reorganization of the new Black Panther Party on this end. This is the Mid Atlantic, who has stood strong throughout the test of time. You have seen us on numerous maneuvers. You have seen us organizing, putting things together, putting boots on the ground throughout North Carolina, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. Anytime you saw me, you saw him. Okay, I am his assistant to the regional chairman of the New Black Panther Party. And we just want to come in and give our say, have our say about things that are going on, things that are happening, things that are just, it looks like it's just out of control. And we just want to let y'all know where we coming from. And no, nobody's saying pick a side. They ain't nobody. We not doing that. This is not what this is about. This is about what's right, what's true, what's honest, and what's admirable things to do for your comrades and to your comrades. So without further ado, I'm gonna let you hear from Brother Azriel himself, who is also the regional chairman of the New Black Panther Party and the national minister of defense for the New Black Panther Party. Black Power, brother.
Black power, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
So back to square one, where we are as far as on a national level. We are doing some restructuring, some rebuilding, some a little bit of everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, trying to get back in focus where our where we need to be. I mean, at any cost, we all, even if you want to play the side games of pick a side, I'm with this person, I'm under that person.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter what side you're on. We all face the exact same oppressor, the exact same enemy, the exact same devil and devils, the exact same uh, all skin folks ain't kin folks, the coons, the sellouts, the informants, the snitches, the rats. We all facing the same problems, the same shit all the way around the table. So at this point in time,
Gotta get the door.
you gotta get the door.
Hold on. Hold it. But at this point in time, like we said, we're all facing the same things. There is no little I's and big T's and big U's and little I's or whatever the analogy is. There's none of that going on. Okay, come on, yeah. The maintenance man is here. Yay! My sink overflowed again. It's, I'm good. I wasn't here, so I don't know what happened. I didn't even turn the sink on today. Okay, so you go ahead, Angela. Get back on your.
Okay. Well, yeah. Um, at this point, we are at a crossroads where we need to restructure, come back to the table, uh, regardless of what side you're on. My thing is this: I'm not on any side. I'm not gonna sit here and co-sign to, for the lack of a better word, and excuse my French,
Some
but
bullshit.
I don't co-sign the fuck shit. I'm not sitting
Mm-hmm.
here out in the streets trying to promote this, trying to promote that, trying to sell this, trying to sell that, trying to collect money for this, trying to collect money for that. Now, when need be, and if it's for the people, you understand that's the main thing. When it comes to collecting money, you have to look at it in two steps. It's a two-step process. Is this for the organization and for the betterment of that organization? And then on top of that, is it for what the people need?
Mm-hmm.
Not to line somebody's pockets, not for somebody to go on the road on a show, side show, freak show, whatever you want to call it. This is not to support somebody's habits, regardless of what those habits may be. This is straight for the revolution. This is for the revolution, for the organization in itself, because I'm going to level with you. Everything that we do in life takes money to an extent, and you can't get around that.
Mm-hmm.
But in all, the money that comes in has to be A, for the people, and B, for the organization itself. And when I say the organization itself, this doesn't mean lining one person's pockets, or lining a few people's pockets. This isn't going on tour for a book sale, or just showing up when you want to push and promote books, or push and promote projects, and these sort of situations. It's getting programs started
Absolutely.
for food drives, for coat drives, for bike drives, for back to school, to build shelters, or contribute to shelters to aid in medical relief. Buying shoes for the homeless, or buying clothes for the homeless, when they don't have, or where it's getting to the point to where they walking out their shoes literally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Buying a coat for that homeless person who might end up freezing to death. I know back here a little while ago when it was cold, y'all were having in DC,
Coke drives.
yeah, coat drives due to people freezing to death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a lady that froze to death under the bridge. She had been out there for years. Sister, I think her name was Ola or something. But yeah, we were doing all of that, trying to keep people warm.
And see, in this day and time,
I know I'm looking like
in,
that. My
this,
eyes just squinted. It's
in
I
this
can't
day,
see.
in this day and time, you see, nobody should be, you know, freezing to death when we got thrift stores and Goodwills and people willing to feed and help the homeless. We shouldn't have
Mm,
issues with starving. As much food as we have, and as a society, as much food as we have, and as much food as we waste,
right.
we should not have a starve. I don't care what race you are. Nobody in this whole country should be starving,
Absolutely.
or made to eat dirty, or unclean, or sanitary food or water at this point. You would be surprised just in one city how much food is wasted. Come on, y'all, talk black to me, man. Yeah, ooh.
Talk black to me. Look, brother Derek says a 14-year-old was killed by white men in Mississippi and his body was caught on fire. Oh my goodness. What part of Mississippi, Derek? By white men in Mississippi and his body. Wait a minute. So what part of Mississippi? We need to know details. We need to know when things like this happen. We do have some comrades down that way that can respond. You know, we're in Washington D.C. We can't respond overnight from here, but
Not
we
yet.
have not yet. But we do have comrades close enough to that area that we can call on.
Let me say
They
this.
removed his genitals. Oh my goodness.
Let me
We
say
need
that
some evidence of that. We need
we
some
need a
art, some details.
detailed,
Yeah,
put together a case file.
yeah.
Get us in touch with the family.
Get us in touch with the family. And then one thing y'all gotta understand is revolutionaries, um, you can get in a lot of trouble running into these type of situations without the cooperation of the families. Because you got so many people out here that have poverty pimped them and have used their stories as a catalyst to boost themselves and not done anything for the families. So our number one objective is to always have the permission of the family before we intervene on any level. I'm not moving. I don't care what's going on. I'm not moving unless the family says they need our help. You understand what I'm saying? And somebody from the family has requested our help and they need it and they want it and they're waiting desperately on the Panthers to show up and become get active and do our own investigations into things. Because so many times people have rejected our help because of who we are. So many times we've gotten sued. You know what I'm saying, for doing things the way we do them, and not the way the family may have wanted the things to be done. So we have to protect ourselves. It's not that we ignoring cases. It's just sometimes the family just don't want to go there. Look at what happened in Jasper, Texas. You know what I'm saying? When college them went down there and did it. The family wanted the help. Some family did, some family did. They really just didn't want to stir up the mix in the at the end of the day. They wanted justice, but they didn't want it the way that we were willing to go for it. When Colin them told them, look, we kissed our families goodbye. We coming to die for this right here. Either you gonna
And
kill us or we gonna kill you.
that's what they
And
end up
that's
saying.
exactly what people don't understand. So, Brother Biko, hey, okay, so we got Brother Biko coming in. Black Power, Brother Biko. Can you hear me? All right. Welcome to the Black Power Hour radio show. We're gonna get your voice on here, if anything. Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
can hear you loud and clear, brother. Go ahead. Black Power.
How y'all doing? Black Power.
Black Power.
Um, this is a very trying moment for us, right? I need to release some information to the entire movement, especially the Panther movement in particular, right? We we experience an offer, well, I experienced an offer from federal agents, three to be exact, in the last few days. As soon as the intel came in, I reported the intel to our Minister of Defense and other nationals. And I held it for a second because I need to do an assessment on the validity of the intel that came in, right? The whole thing was they can make everything go away if Biko flips. Biko ain't that kind of man. He ain't built like that. He don't flip. He don't snitch. He don't rat. He don't none of that bullshit. Excuse me, I'm on the airwaves. But at the same time, when the offer was refused, Agent Grant and Agent Williams, at that point, Federal Agent Grant, Federal Agent Williams, at that point, stated that they had something that they needed to show me. The document that they needed to show me was a file, particularly on Malik Zulu Shabazz, as it has been ascertained that he has been working with the federal government for quite some time. Is someone else in the studio?
Yeah, hold on.
Wait a little while y'all take care of your business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it stop. Just do. You got something else to do?
No, I mean, I hang outside. I bring in the parking lot. Just
Okay.
I respect what you're doing, but
Okay.
I'm gonna make some noise, so I don't even want to do that.
Okay.
All right.
So
All right. Just give us about a good 30. If you got 30.
Okay, that's cool.
This is sensitive information. Who else is in the studio?
That was the maintenance
The
man.
maintenance man. We
My
had it.
sink overflowed.
Okay. Anyway, a dossier was shown to me. An official dossier was shown to me on Malik Zulu Shabazz, Prince Najee, who has three other names. Malik Zulu Shabazz, who also has three other identities, and Aaron Michaels. These dossiers that were shown to me because they were trying to allow me to see that there were other individuals that are already working with the federal government in an effort to bring down operatives within the new Black Panther Party that the government has declared a threat to the national security of this country. Not only are they working with the federal government in an effort to bring down certain operatives, certain individuals that the government declares to be operatives, the file that was shown to me was a questioning, an interview. It was an interview that took place between these individuals at different points. And numerous parts of the documents were blacked out. So we understand that when documents are blacked out, that means that there are portions of their conversation that the public is not privy to, because documents of that nature are privy to public information. Under the Freedom of Information Act, you can get those documents. Certain parts of those documents are blacked out so that you won't get the full-fledged viewpoint of that conversation that was held, because that person is an operative working for the federal government. Now, it has been stated that Malik Zulu Shabazz has been working hand in hand with federal government officials since 1992. Since 1992. It has also been stated by Agent Williams that he has worked in concert with them in an effort to keep an eye on Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. See, I didn't reveal this to the Minister of Defense. I didn't even reveal it to my wife. I didn't even reveal it to Imam Akbar or Aaron Michaels when I talked to him, because I needed the public to hear this from me, straightforward from me. And I'm giving you the agent's name. The agent's name is Agent Williams with this field office in this state. Now, let's get to Najee. Najee Muhammad, supposedly a lieutenant of Khalid Abdul Muhammad, has been working with the federal government for over 10 years, for over a 10-year period, funneling information in and funneling information out. But that's no secret to us. We already know what's going on with that. So the last-ditch effort was to spring a foul on me on Elder Aaron Michaels. I was in disbelief at the level of conversations that they stated that they had with him, the number of years that they said that they had been in contact with the brother. I know that they had been in contact with him for several years and trying to flip him, because he told me that himself. So that's not a lie. He told me himself that they had been in contact with him on several different occasions, trying to get him to flip on his wife and others, try to get him to turn on the party and everything. So his interaction with them is not a secret. He didn't make that a secret. However, when it was stated to me that he had already been working in concert with them for a number of years, I took that information right back to him, and I told him that that's what was said. His question to me was this. He said, "Well, brother, how many of them came to you?" And I told him 3, and he asked me, "Were they white?" And I said, "No, they were 2 blacks and one of Latino origin, which really didn't matter one way or the other." So he stated to me, "Brother, what I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing that I can say about it, because this is what they do. They try to create an atmosphere of propaganda around brothers and try to give brothers and sisters the impression that individuals are working with them that may not be working with them. However, my question is this: if that was the case, and I prayed that it was, if that was the case, certain aspects of the file would not have been redacted, would not have been blacked out. If there was a pure conversation, there was a pure line of questioning, there was a pure line of answer, there was a pure line of dialogue, certain aspects of that would not have been blacked out. How do I know that this takes place? I know that this takes place because it was done to me a long time ago. And when my file came up, I can give you my FBI file number. When my file comes up, you see the entire file. Nothing is blacked out. Nothing is blacked out. You see the entire dialogue. Nothing is blacked out. Imam Akbar, I want to say this. I did a background check on the brother a while back when he and I had an issue. He's the national chairman of the New Black Panther Party, the rightful national chairman of the New Black Panther Party through vote, through the democratic process. He is the national chairman of the New Black Panther Party through vote, through the majority vote. So we recognize him as that. I did a background check on him myself. The background check went back so far, then it stopped. It could have stopped because there was nothing else to tell. There was no more information. So I did a Freedom of Information Act search on him. The files came back. Nothing in the file was blacked out. Nothing in that file was blacked out. So I just want to come to you and I want to tell you that this is what's going on. They've offered me shit and I ain't taking no office. I'd rather languish in prison than to sell out this trouble. I know what it's doing to my wife. I know what it's doing to my family. I know what it's doing to my comrades, me being in here. I know the hurt that she's being, that she's being forced to suffer with every day. She's suffering every day, and I'm suffering every day. My comrades are suffering every day because their brother is languishing in here, and y'all are fighting like hell to free me, fighting like hell to lobby for my release. Petitions, T-shirts, paraphernalia is being sold to raise money for my legal fees and things of that nature. And I appreciate all of that. But I will die the death of a warrior, the death of a revolutionary before I flip and work with them against our movement and against our organization. That's my position. That's where I stand. I know other individuals may have flipped by now. Other individuals may have took that offer. But I'm built to last. I was trained by these two individuals that are sitting in front of you right now. I was trained in intelligence from the sister sitting here. And I was trained in military discipline by the brother that's sitting there. So you won't find breaking me. You won't find bending in me. I don't break, I don't fold. And I would never give up a comrade, nor will I leave one behind. So I'm saying to you, we don't believe in factionalism. We don't believe in dividing the party up. There was a democratic process that took place. Democratic centralism became the rule of thumb. A election was held nationwide. It wasn't just the East Coast. It wasn't just the Mid-Atlantic. A election was held nationwide. The votes came in. Individuals sitting in the seats that they were elected to sit in. We're not going to merge this New Black Panther Party with another faction. We're not going to create another faction. That's not going to happen. Not on our watch. We're going to hold the goddamn line. We're going to do what we're supposed to do as Panthers. We're going to push those 9 local objectives, that 10-point program. We're going to hold the line when it comes to our 5 duties, and all general orders are in effect. Because trust me, if they came to me while I'm behind the wall, you can imagine how many that they walked up to their doorstep and knocked on their door and at their homes and gave propositions to. So we don't know right now who's folded. We don't know right now who's flipped. We don't know. But you can best believe that thorough checks will be done. Believe that.
Power.
You ain't just walking in this door. You ain't gonna infiltrate this. What they're trying to do now is infiltrate at a ground level and in the hierarchy. So that they can meet, and so that the Asian provocateurs can meet in the middle and strategically destabilize the momentum of the organization and destroy the organization from within. So they create dissension inside of the organization to create fractionalism. So when fractions break up, that makes the organization weaker and able to be destroyed. So we're not going to continue to allow that age-old divide and conquer tactic to work with us. That's not going to happen. Those individuals that you know are solid, stand by them, stick with them. Those individuals that are suspect, get with our team and do the necessary checks on these individuals to make sure that they're solid, to make sure that they're where they're supposed to be. And I want to say this as a national spokesman, the duly elected national spokesman, the new Black Panther Party. We don't accept defectors.
Say it again, brother.
You would not run from one regime. You ain't gonna prostitute the movement. You ain't gonna set jump with us.
That's right.
You ain't gonna run from one formation and then run into ours and expect us to sit back and embrace you. That shit is not happening. Those are agent provocateur tendencies. And trust me, we see you coming. So I warn you, brothers and sisters, do not under any circumstances follow compromised leadership. Don't involve yourself in these organizations if you don't know what the hell you're doing. If you don't know what you're signing up for, stand down until you find out.
That's right.
But I implore you, I saw the documents on Malik Zulu Shabazz. He is a government agent. Najee Muhammad, when they calls himself Prince Najee or Supreme Commander or the Black Militia, whatever, he's a fucking agent. Malik Zulu Shabazz are drawing gang members out in the public eye so that the federal government can see who the leadership is so they can round their asses up. That's a fake ass summit he's having. Those marches he's having are fake ass marches. He just want these agents and his handlers to see who the leadership of these organizations are so that they can make sweeps. He's drawing you out in the public for a reason. In this Black Power Summit, this National Summit, this Panther Summit, or whatever that he's slating for Dallas, Texas in September, understand this, man. Understand this. His handlers are promoting that one.
Facts.
That's facts.
His handlers are promoting that one. Believe that.
Right.
And you have to look at it. You have to look at it from this perspective. The fact that he is calling it after being warned several times.
Absolutely.
Not to call it a gang summit.
I'm going to call y'all back because the time is ticking. So I'm gonna call y'all back because I want to address that gang summit.
Right.
Black Power.
Black Power. So while we're waiting on Brother Biko, let me fill you in on a little something. The fact that Paris, Tootie as I call him, Tootie had been warned several times by several different individuals not to call this a gang summit. Because when something is addressed as gang summit, as Tootie is calling it, and I forget the law lingo that was used, but basically it's a certain thing under law called when too many gang members meet up.
Absolutely, it's called a continued criminal enterprise.
Right. So
a CCE, a continued criminal enterprise. A federal mandate came out last month from the Department of Defense and the Department of Justice, labeling all street level organizations that call themselves by gang members or gang signs, whatever. They are listed right now as domestic terrorists.
But you got
the leadership of these organizations are being targeted to be rounded up. And trust and believe this, man, when they round your ass up, they ain't bringing you to places like this. They taking your ass straight back there to places like Guantanamo Bay. They are building specific installations that are designed to just house domestic terrorist leadership. The new Black Panther Party has been labeled by the Southern Christian Law Center as a terrorist hate group, as one of the five most notorious hate groups in America by the Southern Christian Law Center. How did that title get on the new Black Panther Party? Let's examine that. That title was given to the new Black Panther Party because the ideological construct that was strategically designed by the new Black Panther Party was turned in a direction that was counterproductive to the new Black Panther Party and counterproductive to the Black community. When you have a political agenda in place, you have a 10-point program, platforming program, You have your 9 local objectives, but you don't push your 9 local objectives. You don't push your 10-point program. You push a agenda that creates animosities, not only between races, but between individual sects, individual groups within the Black consciousness movement. So when that happens, instead of you saying, okay, we're going to do whatever we can do to unify everybody, you serve as an agent provocateur and you destabilize the unity factor inside of the groups by going at different leadership and then throwing the stone and hiding your hand. See, this is what Malik is doing, right? Let's get you to the root of this thing. The 10-point program is a program. It is a political manifesto that is designed to push forth our political agenda to the Black community. The 9 local objectives is what we use to go inside of the Black community, organize, mobilize, and stabilize the Black community. When you're not doing this, but you're having marches, 500, 1,000 strong, marching through neighborhoods, armed. What you're doing at that point is you're letting your enemy know. You're letting your enemy know what your army looks like. So now they know what to expect if they come against you. Okay? That shows that he's working with them from day one. Then you create a propaganda campaign where you're verbally attacking news media, you're verbally attacking specific politicians, you're verbally attacking certain community leaders to create an air of animosity in the community against the new Black Panther Party. Thus, when the new Black Panther Party is moved on by the government, they don't have the support of the community to fight off government attack because you've already created an atmosphere of hatred within the community against the new Black Panther Party, setting them up for the slaughter. So when you go into Tulsa, Oklahoma, you already make a deal with the devil to unarm, to take and unarm your men, your women, your comrades, and walk them into a potential death trap because you are already in league with the white militia. So the white militia allows your men to come into a church, a sanctuary, where everybody's off guard because it's a sanctuary, but you got to go through metal detecting wands to get in the church. You have to disarm, but they're armed to the teeth. Then they march you into a sanctuary, away from the door, away from any exits. You're marched and herded into a sanctuary, and they're standing around the sanctuary armed to the teeth. What kind of leader would march his troops into an ambush like that?
What kind of leader would have?
Point, man.
What kind of leader would have people would have to sign in?
Absolutely.
On a sign-off list.
Absolutely. Now, not only was that done, I went in the office. I saw the pastor, and I saw the contract. That militia that was present in that church was agreed upon by Malik Zulu Shabazz. And it was also facilitated and agreed upon by Sherette Spicer.
Yeah.
Let's set the record straight. We know this to be a fact because when we got there, the Mid-Atlantic region was the only ones that were present at the church at that time. The trap was set for us, the Mid-Atlantic region.
Yes, it was.
When we got there, Sherette and Daryl Hawkins, the then National Minister of Defense, said, it's okay, y'all. Just leave y'all weapons outside and come on in.
Let me touch on that for a minute.
Minister of Defense, a National Minister of Defense, order his men to disarm in the face of an armed opposition?
Right.
Why would the Land Command, who was Sherette, allow us to walk into something like that and don't part her lips and say a word?
Let me touch on that real quick.
When I walked in the church and I seen the armed militia, I said, oh, wait a minute. Either y'all gonna disarm, get them guns up out of here, or I'm gonna open that back door and I'm gonna let ours up in here with guns. At that point, they marched out of the sanctuary and out of the church with their weapons. But that wasn't done by the National Minister of Defense. That wasn't done by the Regional Land Command. That was done by the Mid-Atlantic region that did that. That put safety on the lives of all of our comrades at that facility.
Right.
Malik did not show up until the next day. He tried to walk Akbar into an ambush that night.
Mm-hmm.
Akbar had to go 3 hours away to an airport to pick Malik up. And Malik already had left the airport with one of the militiamen. See, I found all that out too. It was one of the militiamen that picked him up and brought him and escorted him to his hotel.
Absolutely.
And he called Akbar and rubbed it in Akbar's face and left Akbar out there vulnerable in Tulsa, Oklahoma, a Black Panther at the airport.
A Panther of high, a national member on top of that.
Yes, a national representative.
Let me touch on this real quick.
Yes, sir.
The corruption in leadership within the new Black Panther Party has been this for several years, and I had
Absolutely,
to learn the hard way myself.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever
Yes, sir.
a region started doing the work, started building
Yes,
chapters and whole states up, the nationals would come in and sabotage that
Yes, sir.
region.
Mm-hmm.
See, before the Mid-Atlantic, it was the Southeast region.
Mm-hmm.
What they did with
That's
the
right.
Southeast region, they took comrade and put comrade against comrade
And broke it up.
Same
Yes,
thing in the North. New York put comrade against comrade, and then the same with the Mid-Atlantic. They promised this one that, promised this one this, and when we were told to handle the situation, we would handle the situation as a committee should handle it, and they would come back behind us and change our rulings, change and do away with what we implemented or put into place. So what
Just
they
like
would
you,
do,
just like you recently did in Charlotte, they did the exact same thing to us in Charlotte. They deployed us to Charlotte to clean it up, and Malik came right behind us and reversed everything that was put in place at the national direction. They contacted regional, and the Mid-Atlantic went in there and straightened that stuff up, and they came right behind us and reversed everything that we did. And now Charlotte's in a state of disarray because of what they did, because of the fact that they unseated everything that we put in place.
Exactly. It goes back to that corruption factor. You get
Yes,
people operatives from the beginning. But one thing I will say with this new Mid-Atlantic that's coming, what I will say with the new defense, and let me touch on that. They never wanted us to be trained. They sabotaged every training, everything that I put into place as a region. They went back behind and sabotaged. We can't call ourselves a militant organization when they sabotage every training that comes up.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, as the National Minister of Defense, that will not happen again. I did, and the warning still stands.
You told them, how can you have a defense minister that doesn't believe in defense?
Black Power preach.
Every training maneuver that you put in place, we were told that we were to be deployed somewhere else during that maneuver, so it was sabotage the maneuver. Every single community-based program that Sister Janae put in place, they came right behind it and outlawed the program and destabilized the program. And every turn, their whole objective was to sabotage everything that the Mid-Atlantic region was putting in place for the betterment, not only of the party, but for the betterment of our people.
Preach. Fact. Black
so
power.
that whole national regime under Malik Zulus Beth, under Shamanda Owens, under Daryl Hawkins, and Shuma, and Mama Nande, whoever she is, that whole national regime that was put in place by them kept in place by them was strategically designed to destabilize the entire Panther movement. Sister Janae and yourself and Sister Michelle sent hundreds of dollars to the Treasury. But when monies were requested, see, this is a misappropriation of funds. This is robbery.
Yes, it is. Highway
when money
robbery
was requested to aid and assist in programs that was to empower the Black community, they told us that they didn't have any money. How you don't have any money when we just sent you hundreds of dollars, paying up our dues for the entire year and further, but you don't have any money?
My
But yet
question
you
is
have
this.
money. You have money for retreats. You have money for vacations.
Mhm.
You have money for new uniforms for St. Louis. You have money for new badges, new buttons for St. Louis. You have money to buy this stuff to sell us. And try to sell us manuals and things of that nature, but you don't have money
for
to
these programs.
institute programs for the betterment of the community.
You don't have money for transportation to get people from here to there. You can't get gas
Absolutely.
money
But
on
you can
a
buy an
maneuver.
RV.
But
But you can buy an RV.
say it again, bro. You could buy a what?
You could buy a RV.
Facts.
Right.
Holla,
Yes, you
Black
can't
Admiral.
transport your team members to where they need to be at, but you can buy RVs.
And then people need to understand, like,
Damn hypocrites.
that.
I'm gonna call you on the phone.
No, you gotta call on this one. I don't have the phone with me. You can't call back on here.
Yeah. I can
Okay.
call back on here.
All right. Okay. So, and let's just be frank and clear and precise about things, okay? For 3 years, we have given our all to this organization. 3 years, we waited for them to show us something other than this some bullshit, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We lost
ma'am.
the entire southern region because of bullshit and unorganization and disenfranchisement
Sabotage.
and sabotaging deliberately people coming in and doing things and creating disarray within the party. And we stood our ground. But everybody warned us and they told us that you're next. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm from the old school. You don't give me a heads up that you're gonna chop my head off. A snake that you
Yes,
know
ma'am.
is always better than a snake that you don't know.
Facts.
So before
Yes,
before you bite me, all of this was already in place. Let's clear
Yes,
the
ma'am.
record straight right here. It's ever since I heard the word Aaron Michaels was the founder of the new Black Panther Party, I sought him for myself in 2018. I have been speaking with Mr. Michaels for the last 3 years behind everybody back. Okay? And talking about this and discussing and not even really telling him everything that was going on because he knew what was going on. You understand what I'm saying? And he told me, he said, what you need to do, Sister Janae, is you have a meeting with those chairmen that are really doing the work, that are really putting programs together and really got boots on the ground. And y'all have to make a decision. It's gonna be a hard decision to make. But you gotta make a choice. You know, we know you love this fanfare, you love the stars and bars of Malik Zulu Shabazz. But you got to make your mind up that you want to do things for the right way, the proper way.
Black power.
Okay, Black Power. And
Either-
I was
either
supposed
you're
to
gonna be a
be
revolutionary or you're going to be a prostitute
Right.
to a poverty pimp.
exactly. So my whole thing was I was fed up before we got to Tulsa. Let's put that together.
That's right.
Let's stamp that on
That's
the
right.
paperwork. I was
right.
supposed to meet Aaron Michaels in Tulsa. He would have showed up in Tulsa before all of this shit popped off, we wouldn't be going through none of this bullshit. Because he would have handled it the way that it should have been handled then. So now we got people coming in. Black Power, brother. We got you coming in right now. Just give me 1 second. Hey, brother, how you doing? Black
Black
Power.
Power.
Black Power.
That's it. So we want to just let everybody know and make that record plain and clear. This ain't no Tulsa brought Aaron Michaels back. Aaron Michaels ain't been nowhere. He's been there. He's been a pillar in the Black Panther Party. He's been an advocate to myself and to others who really want to do the programs, the community development programs, and who really want to put the work in here in the party. If it had not been for me having a relationship with him, I would have quit a long time ago. Do you understand? Because it's bullshit. Y'all know it's bullshit. You know you can't get no fucking help out of the national. You know you can't get nothing done.
It's a church
it's like a click. It's a game. You know what I'm saying? It's a click. Certain people can get things done. Certain people can't.
And let's set this straight. When it comes to Elder Aaron Michaels, let's set this straight. The federal government understands that there is a new wave coming through. They know it.
They know.
It's a new wave coming through.
It's a new wave. We are waking up.
They already know that when the people are beginning to awaken, the schemes and the machinations begin to deprive the people of the leadership that is the voice behind the awakening.
Okay.
They know, and they knew that Aaron
Michaels, okay, brother.
It's not an age, huh?
Okay, we got a guest on the show. He wants to introduce himself. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Black Power. I'm Khalid Elabario Shabazz from South Carolina. Mm-hmm. And I'm just checking in just to say I appreciate y'all, stepping out, and voicing y'all opinion because me just sitting back, because I'm not part of the Panther Party. I want to be part of it. But when you sit back and you look at all the stuff that's going on that shouldn't be going on, and other people not speaking up, especially my brother right beside you, I commend y'all heavy, for standing up, speaking out.
Facts, brother. Well,
yes, sir.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
And I want to touch on something really quick. Mm-hmm. When our beloved chairman passed, the Honorable Hashim Akhenaten Nzinga, may the ancestors be happy with him. May he find peace in Allah. When he passed, the next day after his funeral, we had a summit in which what's the little brother's name with no net? Nasheed. Okay. Yeah. They sell necks on Amazon all day, bro. $29.99. But when Sister Charette exposed him, and
that's right.
And what's that fruity nigga's name? Paris.
Yeah.
Fruity. Tried to shut it down when she exposed No Net as an agent. I addressed the situation of agent provocateurs, of agents, of rats. Now, I'm not going to go into detail what I said at that meeting, but everyone heard what I said. And I said what I said. And I stand by what I said. And I will deliver what I said. So let me express this. No army, no security, nothing you put in place is going to stand in the way of me delivering justice and me making good on what I said I was going to do.
Right.
Nobody you put in place, no security, no militia, whatever you want to put in place is not going to stop what I said I was going to deliver. And best believe it's coming. You're not going to see it.
That's right. Black power. So, brother Khalid, so you in South Carolina?
Yes, I'm in South Carolina, ma'am.
Okay, and you've been watching everything that's going on. And what is your take from what's going on? Because everybody just, y'all picking sides and y'all try to pull up the coup and all this crazy stuff that's going on.
The people who say they can't even spell coup
don't even know what it is. Yeah.
I don't even feel like it's picking sides. If anything, when you're moving militant, you don't move the way how Malik is moving. He's moving like he's an enemy of New Black Panther Party. And even when I applied like 2 or 3 years ago, to be in, New Black Panther Party, I'm not sure who was in charge down here in South Carolina at the time, but even like they was moving kind of funny at one time.
Okay.
So I just kind of, just step back because I feel like, if you're gonna, real quick, can I say whatever I want to say without getting
You
banned?
can say whatever you want to say. It's my platform. This is the Black Power Hour.
I feel like whenever you gonna move on this white cracker, you're gonna move on him correctly. You ain't gonna step this cracker any type of way. You gonna move on this damn devil the right way or the wrong way. And so whenever you with an organization and y'all got one goal, one objective, you move on him the way how he need to be moved on. Because in the day, he ain't never faced anything that we have faced.
That's right.
So if anything,
hold on, Steve. Go ahead,
bro. Go ahead.
But my opinion, and it might be too much, but my opinion as a black man looking in on everything and looking at my kids, I gotta say, the only way that we can have a true revolution is to kill the damn white folks. And some of the niggas too.
Black power.
What did that Turner say? How many of y'all niggas want to get free?
Yep.
Only a handful stepped up. And what did he say? Now you got to kill the niggas behind you because they gonna tell on you. Same shit here.
We need brothers like him.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm fishing. Look, call me John the Baptist because I'm fishing for this. I'm working on this brother right here. You feel me? Come on in the house, brother.
Brothers like him.
Come on in the house. I said, come on in the house, brother.
We need brothers like him.
Come on in the house.
I'm trying to come on in, man. They ain't gonna I'm just tired of like the silly shit that's going on. We've been, marching and crying for years. Like me being 29 years old, I feel like I don't got time to be marching. If you ain't trying to kill no crackers, if you ain't trying to damn tell the truth about everything that's going on, without the damn buck dancing, and without the damn lying, without having damn crackers standing up beside you, damn talking about how good you is, then I don't need to be there.
That's right.
That's right.
Power.
That's right.
Black power. And that's the main thing that we were doing. And again,
sabotage shit.
It's just we were sabotaged and cut off on so many different levels. They wanted us to quit. Once I realized, once I realized that these people don't really want us here, they want us to quit. They did things where it's like, how can you looking at me like I'm your enemy instead of your comrade. You looking at the things we doing, and we kept trying to reason with what they were doing, like trying to reason with. Why wouldn't you want us to go help Queen Mother Pamela Smith in Tulsa, Oklahoma? You know what I'm saying? Why did they turn us away from helping her twice? Then we found out that they were getting paid by government officials, paychecks from the state of Oklahoma.
Preach.
Okay? To keep us away from Pamela Smith. I didn't see it, but this is what I was told. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do hearsay. That's it. And I don't do hearsay. I don't do so and so said. I don't do he said, she said shit. You know what I'm saying? I gave everybody the benefit of the doubt. I gave 3 years of my life to this movement. You understand what I'm saying? And wholeheartedly came in and learned, put boots on the ground, put myself in jeopardy. Went to jail. I done been to jail too. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody even know I went to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't no issue. You do your time. You do the crime. You out here. You know you're gonna take a risk to go into jail.
Facts, and that's what
you know what I'm saying.
You
know what the hell's you getting into when you put this black uniform on.
When you put this uniform on and you put these patches on, you become two targets.
Okay.
One because you are black standing
And when
up.
I went to jail, the person I went to jail with, the state Capitol Police asked me, "Do you know anything about this man? What do you know about this man?" Okay, so let's get in your shit. If if I really wanted to get in your shit, bro, I could have been got in your shit. But they was questioning me about you. You know what I'm saying? And I stood my ground and said, "I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're talking about. Why you questioning me?" You know what I'm saying? I do what I follow protocol. I don't talk to cops. We don't tell them. We don't rat each other out.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? That was a whole snake move that they pulled on us.
And
We don't do that to each other. Go ahead, brother.
Sister Janie, though, I got to give you head off, sister. I mean, like, hell, I may not say a lot when I'm on Facebook, but hell, I see how you move.
Hold on, Eric. Wait a minute. Go ahead, cause we getting sound bites. That's all. Go ahead.
I see how you go into these black communities, you take care of your business. You dealing with the grassroots. How Malcolm say, you ain't going out for no fucking show. Like.
No, I don't need
tiptoe around the two.
I don't unless the advocates like my queens here in DC, unless they call me and say we need the Panthers, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Unless the families say we need security, we need y'all help. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, we linking up with the people that are already doing the work here in Washington D.C. that are already just extra hands. Yeah, it is a lot of feedback. We're trying to get the sound right, and not be yelling. But you know what I'm saying? We have to do. You gotta link and you gotta organize within your community. You can't be going all over the country and things like that and not setting up people in the right way. You know what I'm saying? And teaching them the 10 point program, giving them the 9 local objectives and everything else. You have a powerful tool that can be used for the good or the bad. You know what I'm saying?
And actually,
so we chose to do it the right way.
And actually, now it's been revised, so it's a 21-point platform now.
21-point platform. Okay. Thank power on that. Go ahead, brother Biko. Let's let Biko talk. Can you hear it? You can't hear it?
It's very staticky on my end. There
okay.
You go.
Pull the what you call them out? The microphone. Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah.
It's still static. But you can hear me. I'm gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, we can hear you. Hold on.
Go ahead, brother Steve.
We're gonna let Steve talk because he got like 7 minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead, Steve.
All right, let me say this, right? I don't want to be any misunderstanding. Let me say this. When they came to me with the intel that they came to me with, I'm talking about the feds. They came to me with the intel that they came with. Intel was valued intel. Right? I assessed the intel prior to even giving the intel to our intelligence department. I spoke with Aaron Michaels myself. So let's be clear about this. Because of the conversation I had with him myself, I am not of the mindset that man is working with the federal government against the New Black Panther Party. I'm not in that mindset. I spoke with him personally. I'm not talking about something somebody told me. I spoke with this man personally, and I asked him in-depth questions about what was presented to me. And the information that the man gave me was congruent with a government plot to put us against this man. It was congruent with what they were trying to do by sowing seeds of discord and this new wave that they see coming through. They know that the corrupt practices that have previously saturated the New Black Panther Party are now about to be a goddamn thing of the past. So what they're doing now is they're trying to sow seeds of dissension and seeds of division within those individuals who have the potential leadership capabilities, and who have a voice within the party. They're trying to turn us against Aaron Mike. That's what they're trying to do. Yep. Why? What is it about this man that you are afraid of?
Absolutely.
Let's ask Malik Zulu Shabazz. What is it about Aaron Michael that you have ran from for 20 goddamn years? What is it about this man that you have lambasted? You have created a propaganda campaign around this man for 20 years. Then when the man tells you, come on out, so we can talk face to face, you find an excuse to kowtow around somewhere else. And then when you found out that we were already in conversation with this brother, we were already designing a platform that unites the New Black Panther Party, then you begin to lift yourself up with these gun clubs and try to establish yourself a security force around yourself because you knew that the walls were closing in. You knew your day of reckoning would come. So now you try to pigeonhole these individuals and pay them off to allow you to continue your corrupt practice. The Black Panther Party has never been a dictatorial organization. We've always been an organization that exercises democratic centralism. We've always been a democratic organ that allows the people the rule of vote, the rule of having a voice. So who are you to come out of nowhere? You came out of seclusion your damn self. You talking about Aaron Michaels quit? Nigga, you quit.
Exactly.
Bitch ass nigga.
That's
this
right.
is my wife's platform. I'm gonna call it like I see it.
That's right.
This bitch ass quit a long time ago. And he began to work for the government because they threatened to take his law license from his bitch ass. Let's keep this shit 100. It ain't personal, nigga. It's business.
That's right.
And the business part of this is you hijack the election when you get out of office. You suspended the electoral process when you did that. So you tried to replay that goddamn tape when he died. You wanna infuse yourself back into the mix, coming back as the Attorney General. Nigga, let's keep the shit 100. What Black Panther have you ever represented and defended in court that was faced with a charge as a result of being a Panther? Name one.
I'll wait. Because correct me if I'm wrong. Don't I have one? Don't I have a case now?
Name one.
Right.
Name one. Name one that you have come to the defense of, Attorney General. Name one. 18. Let's keep it 100. Name one. But yet you'll try to refer them to other lawyers. Why? Because you don't want to by yourself. Because you're not a revolutionary attorney. You're with a hand-picked hireling for the U.S. government.
Civil litigation. You can't do nothing but chase ambulance.
That's all you do. You chasing ambulance. You talking about Ben Crump. You talking about Al Sharpton and all the rest of them. Nigga, you're just like them.
And tiptoe.
Okay, come on the live. Come on the live stream. This is a tell all. Get it together. Y'all wanna, say we creating Discord. If you wanna defend this man, come and speak your piece. If you have a story to tell, come and say it.
Come on in.
Come on in the room. Let's just get it all out there.
And your mama.
Right now,
and your mama.
One that came in my inbox.
You look like a runaway slave.
About him and saying that he has never stood up to any panther. That's what she said. But today she's singing his praises. How much would you pay?
Exactly. You want to
in this studio,
just because she was called out on her inappropriate behavior. That's her whole spiel. She was being inappropriate with Steven right in my face. Are you all in my man mix? And that's why I told her, look, bitch, hold up. You know what I mean? This is my man. I didn't, you know what I mean? We was all single, yeah, whatever, but this mine. Look, that's my fit.
When we left Charlotte and we went to Norfolk, for the stopover in Norfolk, she propositioned me right behind the bookstore. And Sheikh Imam Akbar, the national chairman, told her, if I was you, I'd stand down.
Talk black to me.
Here go the kids, you and Hassan go at home.
That's it. Stand down. And I'm telling all y'all, when I see y'all, you better have that same energy that you got on the internet. the same energy that you carrying around, running your mouth and talking about so and so trying to do this and so trying to do that. Keep that same energy, bro. Keep it. Keep it. I want you to remember that. Black power, brother Rico.
Black power, brother.
All right, black power, brother. Love you too. Black power. All right, so he gone, brother Colin. Can you hear us?
It's real choppy.
Right. So it's a lot. It's a lot of shit that was going on. Black power. All right, so he gone, brother Colin. Can you hear us? I don't know why it's doing it. Can you hear it? Can you hear us?
A little bit. Every other word I'm hearing.
I don't know what the
I'm
problem
gonna
is.
leave it. I'm gonna come back.
I got Akbar calling me.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me, brother? Can you hear me? I don't know what the
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna continue to go on, but what we don't want to happen is we don't want to discourage the young people who are coming into the revolution. Don't look at these people as idols. These are mortal men that have made plenty of mistakes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can hear me good? Yeah. They have made plenty of mistakes. They have sold out the revolution. Your job is to maintain the integrity of what you sign up for.
Mm.
Okay? And understand that all of us have a time limit. It's a marathon. It's not a race. You understand? It's time to do this. Pass the baton to the next generation.
Yeah.
And continue to build and not make these same mistakes anymore. If you have to vet with somebody, vet with them for years. Vet them for years before you decide to make any plan.
Mm.
Because you got to know that you can trust these people out here. You know what I'm saying? Some snakes reveal themselves early on. Some of them take their time.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I told you, I knew all of this stuff. I knew about Malik. I knew about Hashim. I didn't say Hashim was an agent. Other people told me this. You know what I'm saying? Former Panthers told me this.
But see,
They all told me these things beforehand. They told me to watch myself. Watch yourself, young lady. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're getting yourself involved with.
But like I didn't know about Malik because me personally, I feel like that Malik was a student of Khalid, so he was going to move accordingly to how Khalid moved at the time. That was my mindset. You know, I thought he was going to move the way he moved, but I see that wasn't the truth at all.
That's right. You just gotta be careful out here.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Hell, watching like the history of Khalid is basically what got me interested in becoming a member of the New Black Panther Party.
Right.
Basically, like watching his life is what made me want to stand up, for the revolution of my people. That's why my name became Khalid when I became, a 5%, God body.
Right.
But
Definitely.
But like,
is that better? The sound better, y'all? It's still crunching for some reason. I don't know why. It didn't never do that before. But we're gonna definitely reconvene. We're gonna keep this conversation going on. We are being 100% transparent in this revolution.
Yeah.
We cannot afford to be playing around and playing Pink Panther. You understand what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah.
have time for that. We don't have time to be selling no books. We don't have no time to be promising these young people that we're gonna support them in their efforts to make sense of what's going on and then turn around and say, oh well, when you get in trouble, you on your own. That's not what we're about. That's not what the Black Panthers are about. If you got a
But
comrade that's down, you all pull together and you support that comrade. And you know what I'm saying? Support Ozone. Support Steve Biko. Support Brother Sprite. You know what I'm saying? Support these brothers. Nobody's trying to pull anybody in any direction. That's just crazy. How are you gonna tell another black man don't give them one dime to help get your brother or comrade out of jail?
and,
That's my problem I got with him.
and but like when Malik held his gang summit, I'm not saying every gang member there was doing wrong, but basically he exposed every gang member there to the
Yeah.
United States government. And no matter if the person is in the gang and doing wrong, you're supposed to plant seeds in that person to make them become a revolutionary, not sell them out to the United States government. But that's what Malik did at that damn time. He sold everybody out there that was a so-called gangster, and shit gonna fall apart because he exposed them.
That's absolutely right, brother. He exposed them. He asked them who we got out here. Who you with? When he did that, I'm like, man, what are you doing? You don't do that to no gang members.
Mm-hmm.
You
But
don't do that. Let me see. Can you hear me now? Yeah, it was coming from your mic. I'm just mute you till while I'm talking. So the things that were going on, and again, like they trying to make it seem like, oh, they just hating on Malik. No, 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 no. Nobody's hating on this man. This man is putting you all in danger. This everything, and I told him, I said I could respect what you're doing if you didn't do it the way you was doing it. If you moved in secret, in silence, make these decisions, put the board back together. Let the central committee make some decisions. You know what I'm saying? Collectively, one man does not own the new Black Panther Party. Aaron Michaels is not coming in to take over the new Black Panther Party. He is coming in as the founder to implement the correct way that the party is supposed to be operated. Whether you choose to adopt these things or not, that's on you. Because I'm going to tell you something. The Washington, D.C. chapter of the New Black Panther Party is already incorporated. We have our 501c3. We've got our EIN numbers. We've got all of those things that are already established as a nonprofit organization under the NBPP DC. Okay? Clear that up. So you can't touch this chapter. You can't touch this. You don't own this. You don't run nothing over here. And you ain't gonna come to Southeast and do a motherfucking thing. Period. And that's not a threat. That's a promise. Because people know you here. They know how crooked you are. They know that. I mean, he can't even get a case out of Southeast. He had my friends running around trying to get people to sign off on their cases to give him the case. And them girls ain't stupid. They was like, he trying to take all the money. You ain't even doing a 60-40 split with him. You trying to get 80-20 out of poor people. You pimp and blow poor people. That's poverty pimping. We won't allow that we will not allow you to come into our neighborhoods and continue to hurt us and rape us and take from us. If you're not here to help us and to build up Southeast DC and other neighborhoods and places like this, then you stay the fuck away from here. Don't come over here no more. I have a relationship with the street tribes here in Washington, D.C. I can call on any one of them any time of the day. Bro, I need you to come do blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm on my way, boss lady. That's what you get when you got hood credit. That's where you can make some changes and make a difference in the hood. Just like we went yesterday, the other day, day before yesterday, to a meeting with Trayon White and the chief of police and things like that. I went plain, I jumped in whatever I could to get to this meeting. You understand what I'm saying? These are the people that you need to be networking with and talking to. Anytime you got an opportunity to work, not work with the police to turn over on your people, but work with the police to keep your people from doing something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Look, you better get these cops like this the fuck out of our neighborhoods because they not making it safe for you and they damn sure ain't making it safe for us to be out here beating on these young boys and jumping out on them and harassing them and running down on them. They, you know, they ain't got no jobs. You know, they halfway homeless. They living on the streets and things like that. But you running up on them, punching them in the face and choking them out and doing all this wild ass shit. We don't go for that in DC. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
But real quick, the only way to stop that police brutality is to start brutalizing their ass.
Exactly.
That's the only way. Start running up on them and busting their ass down at the damn light. Start busting their ass down at the damn precinct. Because even Hugh Newton said a true revolutionary will not expect to see the revolution.
That's right.
So if you want to see change, you start busting on the police. Don't expect to live and be free to see the revolution.
Exactly. And when you say freedom of death, you better motherfucking mean it.
Yeah.
You better mean it with your whole heart. You better not come into this organization half stepping. I'm gonna mute you again, brother. I think it's your line. Cause you got your yeah, you got your what you call them on. You gotta mute the Facebook and then turn it back on. That's it. But what we want to do is we want to make sure. Okay, yeah, it's your line. So we have got to make sure that we are following proper protocols. We making sure that we trying to diffuse situations before we get to that level. Okay, I want you. Yeah, I want you to know that we are doing everything we can over here. We don't want another Ferguson, but if we have to, we're gonna equip our street soldiers with the same type of equipment that the police officers got. We're gonna get the same type of bulletproof vest that they got. We're gonna get them some armor plate. We're gonna equip them with whatever the fuck they need. We're not gonna be the Taliban versus the motherfucking United States government. We ain't throwing no rocks and pebbles. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna force our hands and force us to organize a militia, a guerrilla army of street soldiers to do what the fuck we gotta do because we're not gonna be taking no ass whoopings. We're not doing it. That is over. That's dead. You understand what I'm saying? That's dead. And I told them in that meeting, I told the chief of police that you're gonna force our hand and force us to train these young men and give them tactical training and things like that so they can protect themselves. This is about self-defense. If you're gonna be over here beating on us and punching us in the face and punching us in the nose, we're gonna make sure that your ass bleed too. That's what's gonna happen. And that's black power. And we're gonna use it. It ain't black power unless you use it. You know, it ain't no just talking strong. We're gonna be strong. We're gonna organize. We're gonna organize, agitate, and do what the fuck we supposed to do to protect our people. Cause it's black lives that's out here getting smashed in the streets. It's black bodies all over this fucking neighborhood. We had 8 murders in one day. You understand what I'm saying? 8 in one day here in Washington, D.C. 12 people got shot in one day. This is a daily occurrence here in Southeast Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. It is us attacking each other. But imagine if we equip these people to do what they got to do. Come on now. A lot of this shit is just by default. You fight where you live. It's tribal wars. You know what I'm saying? What can you do? You get caught up in the crossfire. We want this shit to stop. We need it to stop. But what we want to do is create programs to keep it from even happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm a proactive revolutionary, not a retroactive revolutionary, not a reactionary revolutionary. And I'm not going to no balloon releases. I'm not going to no motherfucking vigils and things like that, candlelight vigils and shit like that. That's not what I want to do. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to create resources and programs and things like this that empower our young black men to do better by the way they treat each other. So we don't have to bury each other like this on the streets. Go ahead, Black Power. Go ahead, bro.
If we had more people down south that think like you and my brother, could see South Carolina like it's a good old boy state. If we have more people down here,
I'm from South Carolina. I know. I left that motherfucker too.
if we had more people down here that think like that, South Carolina would have been okay.
Absolutely. I left South Carolina when that cracker went in that church and killed 9 people, and they was in there singing "We Shall Overcome."
Yeah.
Fuck you, South Carolina. We should have burned that motherfucker down.
Exactly.
Okay, like Grant did Richmond. Okay,
Exactly.
we should have burned it down. There's no way that they did more rioting in Baltimore than they did in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And not to say that it's a bunch of pussies in South Carolina. It's just the mentality is thrown off. They think they done arrived. They made it. They free. We free. No, you're not free. Ain't none of us free. So all of us are free. Ain't none of us free. Go ahead.
On a personal note, whenever you get off, I want to inbox you to ask you a question because I hate to ask you here and it's gonna cause confusion. But on a personal, I'm gonna inbox you and I'm gonna ask you a question. And I want your honest opinion about it because that what kind of got me basically in limbo what I want to do.
Okay, well, any questions that you got to ask, any concerns, anything that needs to be addressed, we are more than happy to address them. That's why I have this platform. This what this is about. This is about us coming and talking to us about things that affect us. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired. I'm tired of talking about Malik. I'm tired of talking about bullshit that don't matter. We don't give a fuck about what they doing. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I care about is getting these programs developed and the people that live in my neighborhood that are being affected by these things. You know what I'm saying? We got to be more effectual. We got to make sure that our walk is effectual wherever we go as a revolutionary. Make sure you leave a revolutionary. Wherever the Panther goes, the Panther is supposed to create Panthers. You know what I'm saying? You don't walk into somebody's neighborhood screaming Black Power and this, that, and the third, and we gonna organize and we gonna do this and this, and then you don't show up no more. You don't go back. You don't finish the game. You don't finish what you started. You go in and rile all the people up, get them all excited and shit like that. And then when they need you, you can't even come and turn up with them. You know? Go ahead.
I think that was about a week or two ago. Off the topic of Malik because his ass is fucking irrelevant. I think that was about a week or two ago. I think I heard you said that up there where you at that they paying people $50 to take the damn vaccine or some shit like that. But down here in damn South Carolina, got the hell they giving these motherfuckers $100, and on top of that, whoever take the vaccine, they giving them a year free of fucking chicken. Now you know it ain't gonna be nothing but damn niggas up there, goddamn, to get their 1 year free of chicken. But you don't know what this vaccine gonna do. But everybody down here is running to go take the damn vaccine. That remind me of the damn Tuskegee damn experiments where they were hooking all them black people ass up and get their ass fucking killed.
That is ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous. Yeah, they were up here in Washington D.C. offering $50 to the people up here on the streets to take the vaccine and everything like that. And it was a young man who ran down on one of the workers. He was like, "Get the fuck off from over here with that shit. Go up Georgetown and offer them a motherfucking $50 coupon. You down here with niggas who ain't got nothing. Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing. So yeah, they gonna take this stupid ass vaccine. It's stupid, people. You can take what you want. I'm not taking it. If God take my life over the pneumonia, then I'm just gonna be dead. That's what it is. I'm not taking no vaccine. Not doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing. I don't care what they say. Cut my lives off. Cut my finances off. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna experiment with our lives over some bullshit y'all got started. Come on now.
And real quick, and I'm gonna get off this since I gotta go back in the house with my kids. But everything that's happening now is in there. Everything. America is falling apart because the white man know his time is almost up, and he doing everything he can do to get rid of God's original black man and black woman, so he can try to thrive another day. But he will not thrive another day because his time is almost up, because he was never meant to be here on this earth.
That is right, brother. Black Power. Thank you for coming on. And we love you. You hold the line down there in South Carolina. All power to the people. Okay? Black
All
Power.
right. Love you too, sister. You be
Love you
safe.
too, brother. I will. I will. We're going to hold it. Black
All right.
Power.
All right. And y'all hold it.
Okay. All right. Black Power. Now, what you have heard is real revolutionary talk. We not done yet. It's not over. It's not over, people. Please believe that we are going to stay on the front line. We're going to stay on this oppressor's ass. We're going to continue to fight for what's right. We're going to continue to do what it is that we have been called to do. You know what I'm saying? All that exposure and stuff like that. Some of y'all know you're dealing with agents, and it's okay with you. It's not okay with me. It's not okay with me to sell out my. It's not okay for me to make promises to people, and I don't have nobody to back that up. Then we can't send you no help for real. We can't help you if you go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's sitting up here, oh, we with Malik Zulu Shabazz, go right on ahead. You gonna sell your ass down the river too. Okay? So it's been the Black Power Hour. I gotta get my sink unclogged. I will talk to y'all guys later. You can share the live, share the love. The free Stephen Pico, the campaign is still going on. Some of y'all have stopped giving, and that's fine. But some of y'all need to give just because it's a revolutionary thing to give. That's what the revolutionary is about. Giving and helping a comrade that's down. You never leave a fallen comrade behind. I never had respect for nobody to tell me don't give them one dime to get them out of jail. Not one dime. Fucking fed. Black power.